They say women fall in love through your words, but I like to think women fall in love through your absence, through your silence. You could use the words to inspire, to promise her things, but then your silence creates a mixed signal that makes her wonder whether or not what you said was real. But that insecurity gets them to become more aggressive, to chase, to get certainty. So this Latina girl is gonna talk about and why that is, and from her perspective, and then we're gonna go to the green board outside, and I'm gonna give you guys how to use silence to truly make a woman fall in love with you. Honestly, it's how to use silence to mind fuck her. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. If you watch this video, you're going straight to hell today.
Okay, fellas, here's the deal. Silence is a game changer when it comes to attracting women. Say less and let your actions and presence do that talking. It creates mystery. It makes you feel confident and shows you're not desperate for attention. Early on, if she disrespects you, don't don't argue, just go in silence and walk away. That speaks volume. Also, um, don't overuse it. Relationships need communication. The key is balance. So stay calm, composed, and let her wonder what's on your mind.
And the thing is that it's not that you're a fucking mute. It's that you have the capacity to go silent. You have different shifts. You have a wider range of behavior accessible to you when you're able to think about silence, right? And the thing is that when you're insecure, this is the last thing you're gonna do. It's just the last thing you're gonna do, you know. But it helps to know exactly what to do. So let's go outside. Let's go to the whiteboard, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this. And if you guys want to apply these strategies into your life, check out my new course, The Natural Man. It's a course that I call it a game, but it's The Natural Man. It's going to be. It's a course that I created to help you guys learn how to attract women the indirect way through building social circles, event planning, entourage game, using silence. So if you guys want to pre-order that at a discounted price, click on the description down below where it says purchase my course, and then you'll be able to get access to it once it's released at a discounted price. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee once you purchase the course. Let's begin with the video.
All right, people, so let's talk about how silence mind fucks and how you guys can use it without going straight to prison. Now, a warning, if you're a psychopath, if you're a narcissist, you know, if you got Bronx mode energy, don't watch this video, click off of it, okay? Save us the trouble. But if you're the type of person that lacks people, that doesn't get respect from people, that seems to be a big talker, that people don't take seriously, that they tend to, not taking seriously, well, this is the type of video for you because silence might be what you're missing. You might just talk way too much, okay? So let's talk about this, but it is a warning. I don't like using this strategy because a lot of people are very toxic with it. A lot of people are really manipulative, legit psychopaths. So it's a warning that if you see somebody doing this on you, most likely they're toxic and they might be going straight to hell, okay? And if you guys want to learn more about this and want to talk to Father Alex, not be in silence, you guys can book a one-on-one phone call. Understand, people? Granny's advice don't work, okay? Tell Granny to watch Father Alex and, let me not be sexist, but yeah. So yeah, book a one-on-one phone call with me, and there you'll be able to talk for 10, 15, 30, 45 minutes, and there I'll be able to help you. If somebody's doing the silent treatment, I could teach you guys how to reverse it, okay? Anyways, let's begin. So you gotta understand, silence, oh my God, these pop quizzes, people. Silence is debilitating. I thought that word was gonna be shorter. But silence is debilitating simply because people like to know. You know, whenever there are loose ends, whenever there's something that they think they don't know, people get very obsessive. And a lot of people also get very insecure. So you gotta be very careful with using silence, because imagine using silence on your kid, right? Imagine using silence on couples. Couples who use silence consistently have shitty relationship, legit. It's not even Bronx mode, that's even another level. Bronx mode, at least you talk. They stab you. Here, they don't say shit. So this is the cause of a lot of toxic relationships because people are just fucking petty, right? Never use silence in a long-term relationship. What's up with these words today? Because if you use silence in a long-term relationship, like I said, it's gonna ruin it. It's like throwing salt to dirt. It's gonna completely ruin it. The only time silence is useful for all the psychopaths out there is in the beginning. Maybe the person did something disrespectful and you don't like what they did, then you go silent. You know, if it's the first 2 or 3 dates, you could definitely go silent. You could definitely use that to prove a point. It's not petty because you don't know them. And sometimes when you know people, some stupid ass people will say, "Oh, you don't know me. Well, you got to be so serious about this." It's like, bitch, I'm getting to know you, okay? And I got some concerns. So in the beginning, rather than complain about your problems, use silence. Maybe they disrespected you and you could sense that's their character. Sometimes it's best not to say nothing and just walk away from that person. Silence should be something that you use in the beginning to break things off, right? Now, the only time, the next time you want to use silence is if it's you or them are playing dirty. When you start to use silence as your primary mode, it's either you're playing dirty or they're playing dirty. Either way, if both of you guys have turned into a bunch of mutes, walk away. Because it's a sign. If you guys are not able to communicate, I met couples, and my aunt and uncle was like that. They wouldn't talk for months, and Father Alex had to be the fucking mediator, right? So don't put your fucking nieces and nephews in the middle of your problems. You guys have to talk because even kids can notice when there's tension. Silence creates too much. This is the thing, is that it creates tension. If you want to raise tension, silence is perfect for raising tension. Silence is perfect for making people scared, to actually give you leverage in a negotiation, not saying nothing, right? And above all, never use silence for manipulation. People, these have to be the shittiest chalk I've ever seen in my life. This makes look good, look good. Never use silence for manipulation, and you kind of know when you're manipulating people, right? You kind of like can sense it because, you know, when you apply these strategies, after you're done, you go like that. All the evil people out there, karma gets you, okay? The silence is one of those things that comes back at you. Because you develop habits, especially if the person feels like you're trying to manipulate them, they'll sense it and they'll do the same shit to you. So that's a very dangerous game, right? So let's talk about the positives of silence and how it can enhance your relationship, right? Remember, silence makes you look threatening. Ooh, I passed that test. If you're somebody that looks needy, if you're somebody that looks stupid, if you're somebody that people don't respect, I can promise you, you do too much. You gave too much face. And when I say silence, I don't mean silence in just your words. I mean silence in your facial expression, where you're difficult to read, where they don't know what's on your mind, right? And that makes you look more threatening. And you want to do that because when you look threatening, right, people don't try you. People don't try you when they sense that there's a menacing presence to you. And you usually communicate that through lowering your nonverbal cues, right? Rather than going for fucking Psycho Melissa, right? You go from that to this, and the lowering of your nonverbal cues elicits a literal emotional reaction in people. They literally say to themselves, what's on their head? And this state of uncertainty gives people leverage because they're like in a state of they're paying more attention to you than they are to you. You get what I mean? So it creates a threatening presence, which gives you leverage, which people are not gonna fuck with you as much, right? Most people would try a skinny guy over a big, strong guy. It's deterrent, and they call that peace through strength. Silence, next thing is that silence enhances your aura. A lot of cult leaders understand this. Hitler used to do this shit. Oh, the Hitler move. Let me show you. This is your little Hitler right here, right? I can't even draw him right now. Kind of looks like him. He would sit, he would just wait. They were like, all right, it's time for people to be quiet. He wouldn't say nothing, but he'd be like, and the people would just slowly stop clapping. And Hitler would like, all right, right? And he did that because it's a power move, right? It shows people that you have command. It kind of reminds me, I swear to God, there was this one teacher in school. His name, he was a white dude. Nobody respected that nigga, man. Like, he was a fucking dude, literally like him, to be honest with you. And he was standing in the middle of the cafeteria, no, in the middle of the auditorium, and he'd be like, guys, quiet, and nobody would say shit. And then there was this black lady. She was the assistant principal. She was like, and literally everyone would be quiet. It's the craziest thing. Like, I bet that guy felt so emasculated because people listened to that woman more than him. But what happened? Well, this dude just talked too much. When he talked, he'd be like, hey guys, can you guys, I swear to God, he would go like this, can you guys be quiet? Do that in front of Puerto Rican and black kids, man. What the fuck is your problem? That doesn't work. You look weak. What the black lady did, she was like, all right, guys. She'd be like that. But she had like a sternness, like an auntie sternness that kids reacted to. You have to understand, there are two types of people in this world. Flimsy motherfuckers and stern people, right? And the flimsy fucks have no threatening presence. The straight fucks look boring but threatening. Now, we don't want you guys to be either or. We want you guys to be a mix of both, where you have a little flimsiness, but the straightness comes on when it's time to talk, when it's time to be serious, right? So by you learning to be more silent, even when people are getting to know you, you don't tell people everything about you. You slowly allow people to see the different parts of your personality, right? So that's one thing. It enhances your aura. If you want to be taken seriously at your job, learn silence. And when I just say silence, like I said, it's not just your words. It's also your nonverbal cues. Like that creepy shit, you got to lower it because the less you say, the more mysterious and more powerful you come across. Always like that, right? Do things. The next thing is do things in silence. If you're going to leave someone, don't threaten to leave them. Start packing up. If you're gonna threaten to do something to someone, don't tell them directly, tell someone else, right? An example is, there was this one guy who wanted to get more sales in his museum. So when he told a homeless guy, walk up to the museum with a rock, put it this place, walk there, pick another rock and put it there. And honestly, it made no sense. I swear to God. He would just do the same shit, put a rock here, pick this rock, and he would repeat that all day long. What happened is that little tourists, tourists, they're like, dude, what's going on? What is he doing? And people literally started paying tickets so that they could enter the museum and follow him because he was doing something, but people didn't understand it, right? So in substance, what was he doing? He wasn't really doing nothing. He was just picking things up, but what he was doing was creating mystery. He was making people wonder why, what's going on? Why is this guy doing this weird thing? In itself, it makes no sense, but because he didn't say nothing, it made it more spectacular, right? So that means if you're gonna give somebody a surprise birthday party, for example, do it in silence. Don't let them find out. Let them find out at the last second. If you're gonna give somebody a gift, do it in silence. If you're gonna leave someone, make sure that you communicate that you wanna leave through your non-verbal cues, because the more you tell people your threats through words, the less people believe it. It's much better. Actually, we're gonna put that to leave, right? You communicate and you are actually serious that you wanna leave by not saying nothing. You communicate that you have a willingness to walk away, not by saying it, but by literally believing it in your heart and not saying it. It literally like sips through your nonverbal cues, right? Anything that you do, just do it in silence and it comes across as more powerful, more enigmatic, right? Now, the next thing is that it compels people to make mistakes. And this is why I say in the beginning you want to use this, because when I say mistakes, I don't mean like, oh my God, they sent you money. No, I mean that they're trying to compose themselves. They're trying not to be needy. And your silence can make them forget all of their plans because you just create a sense of desperation. And silence can cause a guy to reveal, and any woman, man or woman, to reveal how they feel about you. It just does, right? But you have to be careful, because a lot of the times people can get intoxicated with how much this works. If you're dating someone and they use a silent treatment on you, get the fuck out. That's Lucifer, okay? That is an evil motherfucker, man. People, it's just, there are just some strategies that I don't see any normal person using without being slightly psychopathic, okay? So be careful with using silence because, you know, it works so well, man. Try that on a kid, man. Be silent on a kid. See that kid annoy the living hell out of you. People just cannot comprehend or even be able to handle silence from people, okay? So remember, it makes people make mistakes. So if they're always following the rules and you say, oh, this person has a rule, they never break their rule, go silence. I can promise you they'll come back, okay? So remember, silence makes you look more threatening, right? And it comes down to saying less than necessary. Silence enhances your aura. So if you're the type of person that people don't take seriously, lower your nonverbal cues and literally just say less. Trust me, it's actually one of the easiest ways. You'll notice that it's hard if you can't shut the fuck up, right? You do things in silence. That means if you're gonna follow through on a threat, do it in silence. If you're gonna give them a surprise, anything positive, do it in silence because it actually hits them harder, right? And you also use silence to leave. You don't tell people you're gonna leave. You've told them you were gonna leave if they keep doing this, but now you're gonna leave, and you just cannot keep repeating you're gonna leave without actually doing it. It's really stupid. And above all, it makes people make mistakes, right? And also, it makes them try hard while you try less. It's an economy of motion. If you want the most out of the least, it's silence, all right? Anyways, if you guys want to learn how to use these strategies, check out my courses, Psychological and Retraction, which is a course that I made to improve your relationships with men, if you're a dude. Natural Chemistry, it's a course that I created for women who want to be able to improve their relationship with their man, to set more boundaries, how to apply this without being evil. And or you can purchase all of my courses using the bundle where I think all of them are 1,000, but if you purchase all of them, it's about 600. So you can purchase that now by clicking on the description down below. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindforattraction.org. Take it. All right.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at $238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.